Hello everyone and welcome to our Room Watchers briefing for the PRC licensure examination. May we remind everyone to please observe the following while the briefing is ongoing. Do not sleep. Stay focused. Cell phones must be turned off or put into silent mode. Avoid taking pictures and avoid talking. Please be reminded that the PRC examination is way different from other agencies conducting government examinations like the Supreme Court, National Police Commission, and the Civil Service Commission. In the event that you cannot attend on the day of examination, please do not send any substitute. We cannot admit another person on your behalf without prior notice. Please observe the minimum public health standards. Voluntary wearing of face mask, proper hand washing, and disinfection. Also open the windows for air ventilation. Once you are already in the examination room or area, you can no longer get out of the room unless you have concerns that can be resolved by the floor supervisor. So please bring your ordinary black ball pen, snacks, lunch, and a tumbler with drinking water. Food delivery is not allowed. That is why you have to bring your own snacks, lunch and drinking water that would last for the entire examination day. The registration period for room watches is at 5 o'clock in the morning. Be at the testing area no later than 6 o'clock in the morning. If you come in late, at 6:01 or later, the amount of 160 pesos will be deducted from your honorarium. Men must be in their business or smart casual attire polo shirt with collar and short sleeves. The color of the upper garment must not be white, so it is not to be mistaken for an examinee. For the lower garment, wear slacks or business pants as shown in this slide. Jeans are not allowed. For footwear, you may use close formal black shoes or a top-sider just like the one on your screen. For female room watchers, please be in your business or smart casual wear, like the ones shown on the screen. Your blouse or collared polo shirt must not be revealing, that would attract the attention of the examinees. You may wear slacks or a lined skirt, which must be below your knee line. Do not wear a white polo shirt so as not to be mistaken as an examinee. For the footwear, it must be closed shoes, flat, or with at least 2 inches of high heels. Rubber shoes are not allowed. Once you have logged in for your attendance, you will be given this examination badge, which will be issued to you by your attendance supervisor, as well as the brown envelope, which contains the examinee's ID and answer sheets, seat plan, master list, examinee's record of attendance, room watcher's report, and the examination program. The issuance of the envelopes is on a first-come, first-assigned basis. Please do not request to be assigned to a particular room, since we want to occupy all the allotted rooms. What should you do when you are already inside the room? The first thing that you have to do is turn on the lights and the electric fans. Check if these are working. If not, then report the incident to your floor supervisor immediately. Inspect the comfort room for any possible códigos posted or cell phones hidden inside. Next, arrange the chairs according to the seating plan. Number the chairs according to their seating arrangement. Make sure that you are facing the examinees when you arrange the chairs. Facing the examinees, start numbering the chairs from your left, forming an S pattern. Follow the seating arrangement as indicated in the seat plan. After setting up the chairs, write on the board the name of the board exam, date and place of examination, school or building. Indicate the subjects and the time allotted per subject. These are the contents of the brown envelope. Examination program with general instructions for the examinees. Room watchers report. Examinees master list and seating plan. Examinees record of attendance. ID and answer sheets. Meanwhile, these things are prohibited inside the examination room. Books, notes, review materials, and other printed materials. These must be left outside of the examination room, including the bags. For examinations that require calculators, programmable, or those with embedded functions are prohibited. These items shown on your screens are also prohibited inside the examination room. Make sure that the examinees do not have or do not wear these electronic gadgets or devices. Bags of any kind are likewise not allowed inside the examination room. These must be left outside of the room. Sign pens, liquid erasers, handkerchiefs, towels, rulers, protractors, jackets, sharpeners, and erasers are not allowed inside the examination room. Check the shoes of the examinees to see if there are prohibited items, as mentioned earlier. Make sure that the examinees' pockets are empty. Small gadgets, like the one shown as earpieces, must likewise be taken off. For female Muslim examinees who wear Islamic veils, they shall not be required to take off their veils. Just make sure that their ears are clear of such gadgets. Likewise, belts and watches must be taken off. Make sure that the examinees' white polo shirts or blouses are tucked neatly into their pants.
Examinees can only bring with them, inside the examination room, the following: the Notice of Admission or NOA, and other required documents for admission, their long brown envelope and clear plastic envelope, pencil, and ordinary black ball pen, depending on the board examination program.
They may also bring their food, snacks, and drinking water in a tumbler. Basic calculator, or non-programmable calculator, per Commission Resolution Number 1809 Series of 2024. Always check the allowable calculators by referring to Annex A of this resolution. In admitting Muslim women wearing Islamic veils, only female room watchers may check them. If the room watcher is male, ask for assistance from your floor supervisor. If there is a pregnant examinee, please inform your floor supervisor. A waiver will be given to the said examinee.
Make sure that the examinee's name is listed on the master list of examinees. A copy of the master list is also posted outside the room. After the examinee enters the room, make sure that he or she sits on his or her assigned chair. Usher the examinee. If necessary, make a roll call of the examinees to double-check and avoid problems later on. Before you begin, introduce yourself to the examinees. Inform them that you will be their room watcher during their exam, and read what's written on the board. This is what the examinee's brown envelope would look like. Instruct them to put their complete name, seat number, and room number. In distributing the ID and answer sheets, just follow the seating plan, S pattern. You do not need to follow the serial number when distributing the ID and answer sheets. Distribute the ID and answer sheets in accordance with the present examinees. However, reporting-wise, it is better to put the series of the serial numbers in the report to fill out the ID sheets. Instruct the examinees to fill out the ID sheets immediately and ensure they are properly filled out to avoid mistakes and erasures. This is how examinees should fill out the ID sheets. The black ordinary ball pen will be used for writing and the pencil for shading. Now let us start with this area. Notice that there are 8 boxes here. On the first 2 boxes, write down the last 2 digits of the current year. The remaining 6 boxes are allotted for the application number found in the examinee's notice of admission. When filling out the name, start with the surname. Remind the examinee not to skip any of the required boxes. If the examinee has 2 or more names or has name extensions like junior, just leave 1 box between each name. Continue writing on the back portion of the ID sheet. We will do the shading after we are all done accomplishing this area. The examinee should write the name of the board, date of examination, school graduated from, complete name of the school, not abbreviated, location of the school, write only the city where the school is located, date of graduation, review center attended, if applicable. Again, this must be spelled out, not abbreviated. Location of the review center, city only, date of birth, sex, and type of examination. This area here is to be accomplished only by repeaters. If first taker, write only none. Also remind the examinees to write the complete month name on the dates to avoid confusion. For their permanent mailing address, remind them to write their complete residential address and not their email address. They should also affix their signature over their printed name. In this area is the attestation of the non-disclosure declaration. Give instruction to the examinees to read and understand every detail in the attestation, emphasizing that copying test questions is a manifestation of cheating. Instruct the examinees to write using their usual handwriting, copying all the paragraphs in the space provided below. Before they start writing, notice the blank portion here. This is where they should write the name of the board. After copying all of these, the examinees have to affix their signature and write the date when they sign the same document. Once the examinee is done writing, he or she can proceed to the front page to do the shading using a pencil. After all the examinees have signed the seating plan, sign day 1, room watchers 1 and 2, whichever is applicable to you. The actual number of columns occupied is the number of examinees who actually sit in the column. Now, what is the proper way of detaching the answer sheet? Always start at the bottom sheet. Look for the perforated line. Only the examinee will detach the answer sheet. Put the remaining ID and answer sheet on their brown envelope. On the detached answer sheet, instruct the examinees to read the instructions to examinee portion for their guidance. The distribution of the test booklets cannot be interchanged. Thus, the test booklets should be distributed alternately. Set A is followed by Set B, following the seating plan. Reminder: if an examinee is absent, please do not leave the test questionnaire unattended on the chair. Once they have already received their test booklets, instruct the examinees to write their seat number on the cover page of the test booklet or questionnaire. Let them check if any of the pages are missing or damaged. If there are missing or damaged pages, report the incident on the detached answer to your floor supervisor. Let them write the name of the subject. Once they receive the examination is ongoing, questionnaire, you can work on them to shade the test question. Make sure that one of your room watchers will stay vigilant and watch the examinees. If there is an absent examinee, return the excess test questionnaire or booklet and ID sheet to your floor supervisor. You can write the name of the absent examinee on the test questionnaire, room number, and seat number for easy monitoring. But do not write anything on the ID and answer sheet. Bring an ordinary wristwatch. Remember that as a room watcher, you must surrender your mobile or smartphone to your floor supervisor. Make sure to synchronize your time with the floor supervisor's time, which is based on PRC time for the start and end of the examination. Update the blackboard every 30 minutes with a time check to remind the examinees. This is the accountability form. In Part 1 of this form, you will account for the actual number of test questionnaires or booklets you received, as allotted per set. In Part 2, you will record the actual number received, returned, or requested, if any, and the total number of sets distributed, as well as the number of pages per set. Don't forget to sign over your printed name. In Part 3, Room Watcher Certification, which is done at the end of every subject. You have to indicate the room where you are assigned as well as the total number of used booklets or questionnaire sets received from the examinees. Do not forget to write your name and affix your signature at the bottom of this form. Room Watchers Report. In Part 1 of this form, you will account for the number of ID and answer sheets and record their corresponding serial numbers. Allotted, requested, distributed, and returned. In Part 2, record the number of examinees per list, added or transferred, present and absent, as well as abandoned, removal, and incomplete, if any. On this form, you must record the absent examinees. Along with their information, you can simply check their names in the master list of examinees in your assigned room, indicate absent examinees, and provide their full name, seat number, and room number. Lastly, write nothing follows after the names of absent examinees. Also, report examinees who abandoned the exam, which means they did not complete it, as well as those who mishandled the answer sheet, made a dangling error, cheated or colluded, or engaged in other unusual activities. For proper reporting, please coordinate with the floor supervisor to ensure consistency of reporting details. You may also write comments and recommendations to improve the conduct of the examination. Remember to write your name and sign at the bottom of this form. Remember to accomplish the examinee's record of attendance by copying only the names of the examinees as found in the master list. Also, don't forget to sign your name as a room watcher in the examinee's record of attendance at the back portion of this form. Let the examinee sign and indicate the time he or she submitted his or her test questionnaire and answer sheet. Upon submission, make sure to receive their answer sheet along with the test questionnaire. Do not accept if they only submit one of them. Before placing the answer sheets in the brown envelope, make sure to place all Set A answer sheets at the top and Set B at the bottom. Count the number of answer sheets and place them inside the brown envelope before submitting them to the floor supervisor. This is what the long brown envelope would look like. Remember to write the total number of sheets inside and sign inside the box, as well as your signature over your printed name. During the second examination subject, call out the examinee's name before distributing the brown envelope to ensure that it belongs to him or her. Before the final subject ends, double-check all of the entries on their ID sheets before placing them in the brown envelope and counting the number of sheets inside. Don't forget to detach the stub of the ID and answer sheets. Please keep in mind that you should not read the test questionnaires, booklets, or any other reading materials. There will be no talking with anyone unless it is related to the exam. Cell phones are not allowed inside the examination room. Since you have to surrender your mobile phone to your floor supervisor before the start of the exam, taking pictures inside is definitely strictly prohibited. Cell phones and smartwatches are not allowed to be used as clocks and must be turned off before you surrender them to your floor supervisor. That is why you have to bring your ordinary wristwatch to monitor the time. Never bring a test booklet or questionnaire outside of the examination room without permission from your floor supervisor. Do not attempt to answer or interpret the test booklet or questionnaire. Avoid leaving your assigned room, especially when the exam is in progress. Never sleep or take a nap while the examination is ongoing. Never fall asleep, even during a break. Stay alert at all times. It is not permitted to listen to music or use an earphone or other electronic device in the examination room while the examination is in progress. Always arrive on time, as indicated in the call time during the briefing, to give yourself plenty of time to prepare the room and avoid cramming. When dealing with examinees, be patient if they do not understand the instructions. Maintain a professional manner when dealing with everyone. Be vigilant. Please do not tolerate cheating and collusion inside the room. Unnecessary movements may be a sign of cheating. Stay focused on your duties as a room watcher. Please help PRC maintain the integrity of licensure examinations. Performance evaluation sheet for exam personnel. If you rate someone, please give an honest rating based on how they interact with you in accordance with the criteria in this evaluation form. If you gave them a lower rating, please explain why. Negative feedback can also help us enhance the exam personnel's efficiency, so please provide an honest assessment. Our supervisors will also rate you, so any violations you commit will be shown in your personal data in PRC. Thank you for your time and attention. Your support and participation are invaluable.